Ladies and gentlemen, these are the $100 million playbooks from Alex Hormozi and Layla Hormozi at acquisition.com. For those of you who don't know, a record was broken this weekend. The most book sales in a 24-hour period of all time. Now, that was kind of a technicality, but we're going to be unboxing these playbooks today, and then I'm going to be talking about why I don't think most of you should buy these. For those of you new here, my name is Luke. I run the #1 Rocket League coaching business. I'm the #1 Rocket League coach or teacher on the internet. Looks like you can scan this to scale faster. And now I help gamers turn their brands into businesses. And so this stuff is useful for me. For most of you, I don't recommend you spend $6,000 on information, and here's why. The constraint of most of you guys watching, and this is going to sound a little brutally honest, is not information or tricks or marketing hacks or ideas. The reason most people, and I'd even go as far to say most of you watching, are not where you want to be, is not because you're less smart than other people. It's because you don't take as much action. It's because you haven't taken the actions required to succeed. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and he said, there's no shortage of intelligent people, smart people, that clock out at 5 p.m. I was like, oh, that's so true. I mean, how many of you guys know that person, know that friend who's super smart, but just doesn't really do much or didn't really pan out? I know I can name a couple. And so, nevertheless, we have this here. Let's put this over here. Nevertheless, this is what it looks like when you open it. Got some sort of binder here. We have the playbooks, private collection of acquisition.com's proven money-making tactics. It's funny, I have a mentor who runs a $100 or $200 million, I'd say friend, mentor, who runs a $100 million, $200 million energy brokerage company. And he was telling me, Luke, if you really want to scale up all these gaming creators and gaming coaches in different games, you need to document some playbooks. And so I'm like, and so I've started doing some personally, but I'm like, these playbooks could tie into my playbooks. So there's a little letter here, and I'll let you read it because this kind of explains what was going on this weekend. So if you guys don't know, the goal of this event was to sell books, okay? And so at this event, they had many different upsells available, offers, things to buy, but the contingency for buying everything was that you had to buy books. Specifically, you had to donate books. They had a brilliant offer, which is basically the whole point of $100 million money models. They had a brilliant pricing structure that basically said, we have all this stuff for sale. We have 4 lead system playbooks. We have, however many marketing, sales system, delivery system, profit system. They even had a custom AI that you got with buying this, which was one of the biggest value adds for me specifically, and that I've already used to run a new play. And just today we had $500 roll in from our first sale. We opened up a cohort of 20 spots, about $500 a pop. We had our first sale. I literally got a DM me earlier. My guy DM'd me and said we had our first sale. Just enrolled the first sprint student. We launched a sprint, basically a challenge or a new offer according to exactly what the acquisition AI said. And we just made $500 today. And obviously this is new process, new information. And obviously it's still in the works, but we've already made $500, and hopefully on this launch alone, we'll make 10 grand, in the next like 3 or 4 days. Oh shit. From this place. Was it worth $6,000? Well, I haven't even got to read the book yet, so maybe the book will make me that. Although you only need to spend $30 for the book. I haven't read any of the documents yet. The playbook on closing, the playbook on, playbook on closing. But the AI has already ROI'd in my mind. The AI is brilliant. I ran it on my own business. I ran it on a friend's business. We got the sales playbook, how to get strangers to believe you, proof checklist. Hopefully I'm doing the right proof things in this video. I don't know. How to get customers to keep buying, retention. Ads, marketing machine, but maybe ads. How to get more ads from our business. 8 ways to get customers to buy more stuff. How to double your marketing in under 5 seconds. Hooks. Pricing. Branding. I sucked at branding for a while. This one. Wonder what's in here. I was watching this video from Nate Perry, and he got this idea across very well, but I think I could give a different angle on it because I actually bought the books. And yeah, guys, I just don't think most of you should be buying information. If you are going to buy information, buy it from somebody who ideally you know, like, and trust. But I mean, the problem is most people just aren't even moving. I mean, most people consume content online. They watch, YouTube videos like this. You watch them, you get really excited. And you don't really do anything. I'm in a very privileged position because now I've been a business owner for 3 to 5 years. I still have to work work double, work 7 days a week. It's Saturday at 4 p.m. Spoiler, I'm not, going out today. I'm recording a YouTube video and I guess learning. I'm using this time for learning or documenting my thoughts for something. But most people just, for the first 2 to 3 years, it's just you just eating a lot of shit and taking action and it being messy and uploading content and it being bad content and not getting any views and maybe making a sale. And like, it's just slow. Now, here I am after, 4 or 5 years, I'm a small business owner, and these things are like small business owner, paradise, like a small team of 8. This is the stuff I need. And this is, quite frankly, the skills I lack because I've been stuck as a small business owner for 2 years and I want to get to the next level. But for most people watching, if you're just in the majority of, most of like these business gurus audiences, which is like, I want to start a business, but I haven't started one. I mean, it's the fundamentals. Like we got to post. We got to get over our fear of showing up online, right? We got to get over our fear of being judged by our friends. We've got to decide what we're going to sell. Stop ruminating on the best business idea. We got to just start selling something. We got to start off, you know what I mean? You got to just stop planning your website, making your business plan. You got to sell something to a customer. Like that's where most people are at. And so when I saw this offer, I was like, I don't have cash ready. Put it on a credit card, $6,000, take my money because I know it'll be worth it. But for most of you watching, yeah, I don't know, discuss in the comments. I just wouldn't recommend most people buy something like this. Although I'm sure a lot of people did because they sold 3 million copies of these books. And I don't think 3 million people bought. I think there are a lot of people like me, right? I bought 200 copies. I donated 200 copies that I'll be, of this book that I'll be giving out to friends. But yeah, brilliant event. What is the other takeaway? How do you value something? So I think just a lot of people struggle on the internet with how to value things. I think most people in society, the reason most people are broke and the reason people don't have money is because they don't know how to properly value opportunities. They don't know where to put their time. They don't take action on those things, and they just have no sense of what money is worth. So for me, this $6,000 investment in my business, it makes a lot of sense because the constraint for me is information and making the right decisions now that I have team. For most starting entrepreneurs, it's taking action. You just have to do reps. You have no skills, right? And even a level below that, if you're not an entrepreneur and you just have a job, I think a lot of people just struggle with like what they spend their time on. Like they talk about, people make fun of me for spending $6,000 on books or $300 a month on a gym, which I know sounds crazy. And it is. But most people don't even know how to spend their afternoons. They don't know how to spend their nights, right? And that's the most valuable thing they have. And they are, spending their time watching TV or like scrolling to find to like shop clothes that they don't need, or doing like these stupid sites where you win like 10 cents for watching an ad, like with no understanding that the time you're spending on that site is worth more to the advertisers than they're paying you, which is why they're paying you. So it's like most people just don't know how to value their time. They don't know how to stay focused. They don't know how to take action. And so I would encourage you to understand that 90% of the tactics, the advanced business stuff, is completely irrelevant to making money at the start, because taking action is the hardest part. Taking action, staying focused, and staying consistent is the hardest part. Once you have those basics down, which is like literally 1% of the population, then you can buy stuff. Then you can buy playbooks on then you can buy information and education and upskill. But that's my take on just the way that internet is moving. And I friggin' think these things are awesome. If you'd like a book and you're one of my friends, hit me up IRL. I'll send you a book. I got 199 books to gift, and I got to gift them in 12 months or they're expiring. But let me give you a book, please. Make me feel better. And yeah, I hope my perspective was wise. Maybe it's not. Those are lessons I'm still learning. Follow me on Instagram for more for more daily ruminations. And if you want to hear me talk about why I actually spent $300 a month on a gym, looks like this reel has a lot of views actually. So maybe check that one out. Yeah, that one's outperforming. All right, check it out. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.